My name is Peter Kogar and I work at Retail Food Group as an e-learning developer. One of the aims of our learning and development department is exploring new technology to allow us to create better and smarter training material. App-eLearn allows e-learning developers to create training material that is fully responsive and cross-browser compatible. One of the advantages of this is that normally responsive e-learning takes a lot of time to develop, whether you're working with multiple breakpoints or even using software that just simply scales and therefore doesn't necessarily present the most optimal experience on multiple devices. Another advantage of App-eLearn is that it has a very modular structure for building e-learning content. So this allows you to essentially speed up the workflow. Instead of needing to create each screen, each breakpoint individually, you essentially can create a bit of a template of the content and then duplicate that across. And this obviously saves a lot of time, development and money. One of the challenges that we have is when we have training material across multiple brands and the brand decides to change the branding. So traditionally this involves going through every single screen, changing the colors or the logos, and it's a very, very laborious process, mainly because we cater for so many brands. Even ones that a small change means we have to recreate all of our training material. With App-eLearn, because it has a very powerful theming system, this essentially allows us to set up the theme once, and then if ever any changes need to be made, they can be made to the theme, which then obviously will cascade down and globally change all the material that is using that theme. So it's a much faster workflow, and it allows us to essentially be able to make really vast changes very quickly. I think look for a tool that allows you to not only develop engaging material, but also look at the maintenance aspects. For us, the maintenance of training material is huge, and whenever there needs to be any changes to that training material, if you're not able to easily maintain and change the training material later down the track, it can make it very difficult. And a tool like App-eLearn allows you to do that very quickly, just because the fact that it's fully responsive and the powerful theming system. You don't have to spend hours and hours sort of testing it on multiple devices because it is responsive by default. And similarly, you don't have to worry about editing every single page, every single UI element to make it match the rest of the theme. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Developing e-learning solutions for both mobile and desktop is very essential in our industry, and App-eLearn lets us get there.